to truthfully receive Christ and live for Christ. It is not something that is physical, it's a preparation for your soul to be able to live forever. It is not just physical for you to be able to dress up in nice ways, to be able to go to nice party and nice occasion and celebrate all the festivities that surround this particular season. It is a time for you to reflect upon your own thoughts, things that you have conceived and ideas that you have planted in your life and in the life of so many people. It is a time for you to be able to look and examine your life, the word that came out of your mouth, to see if it matches up with the truth that you profess in the faith that you have in God. That is the celebration that is more important than every other festivity and everything that is physical, because this is what is spiritual. The celebration is a spiritual festivity. What good is a soul that failed in this season to recognize their life that they have lived is not compatible with the truth, that they don't stand approved before God? You find that a lot of things that has been going on, and for those of you, for example, in Nigeria, it is a time that the world looked up for a change in that country. As the last time, 1 month ago, that I was here. It is a time for you to reflect and think in the life that you live, and what exactly are you celebrating? Celebrating that you dash the hopes of your young ones, your children and your grandchildren. What are you celebrating? That one continues to live a life that is not compatible with the life of Christ that we are celebrating. The one that died and bore the sins of so many, so that you may be reconciled with your Father and live an eternal life. But yet we have people that rejoice in the things that they do, that they know that is not the truth. When you sit down to think about the judgment of Christ that is coming to you, which it cannot be evaded and cannot be avoided, for the time is near and it is coming. When you stand before him and you stand as you are in this season and in the preparation and in the celebration of the coming of Christ, and you ask the question about your life, will you be able to stand approved? How many of the things that you have been doing wrong, that you knew that you've been doing wrong, have been told you've been doing wrong, and been preached all the days of your life, but you have continued to maintain and do the same thing? What do you think will be the judgment upon your life? We have been given so many testimonies and so many prophecies here as the Lord himself takes charge and begin to speak and minister unto you. But I wonder how much of that means anything, because it seems like a lot of people have forgotten that God is here and his judgment is coming for the end of the time, but his judgment is also here in this season of the Lord and the year of the Lord, as the Lord is before thy presence, watching and looking at all the things that you have been doing all the days of your life. As it was prophesied that I went to Nigeria and saw no change, and I left. And so they are proving, for the Lord said he will declare and expose everything that they have been doing to the world to see. The Lord warning that any nation and those of the supreme powers of the world that align themselves to establish such a sovereign and such wicked and evil people, for he will smite them with his mighty hand. And even after that we thought that they will change their life and begin to make a change just as their children have yearned and look up to. But they have, like it was said, a pig going back in the mud in order to sow itself. For every one of you, and I would like to remind you today, and I will remind you a few and some, and will continue to remind you over the next couple of weeks until the appointed time, because for those that are all implicated, or those that are affected, and those that have suffered for the crimes and criminality of Nigeria, are looking up to come to the end to hear what the Supreme Court of Nigeria is going to do. Or maybe they will do what other courts have done, and in which case, and at the end, they will decline to proclaim a judgment and put it down, like they have put other demands and other cases, and including that of Kanu, who themselves have decided not to render a decision. But I think that if you look around in the world, you are going to see for yourself and see where that ends. And we all that are in the world watching, we see how it works out for them. The season now is asking, how is it going to work out for you? In the celebration that you have to do the same old things over and over and again, and expect a different result. For you all, the members of the soldiers, do you remember the prophecy given here, warning about the abandoning of the substantive and tangible investments into the economy? The Lord condemning the digital economy. The Lord asking for us and for you to focus in trading in chattel and properties and physical products and services like gold, like properties. Because he has seen the danger of investing in digital economy, investing in things like bitcoins and all these coins and